Obviously, the first car for an enthusiast should be a car you'll destroy anyway.
The first car you should buy is
docile enough that a ham-fisted first-timer can handle it.
Good beginner car for somebody who wants something sporty is probably like
a Civic with a stick.
Hi, I'm Doug DeMuro, and this is What Car Should You Buy, an excellent YouTube show where you're going to get automotive advice from several experts, and also Matt Hardigree. Today we're covering an especially important subject for our younger viewers. What's the best car for an enthusiast? Here's what we think. 17-year-old Patrick really would have loved back then to have had a twin-turbo Toyota Supra. That never happened. It still hasn't happened. Probably never will.
So my first car was happened to be our family's dog park car, which meant that it was the car that my dad would take our two giant dogs to the dog park in every Sunday.
I had a 2002 Jeep Liberty in salsa red. Like every other idiot teenager, I decided I immediately needed to mod it. So I got a 3-inch lift kit, 32-inch tires. It was like the most ridiculous looking, jacked up soccer mom SUV.
My first car was very sporty. It was a Subaru Impreza with a spoiler. It was black, it was a stick shift, it was very fast. It was faster than it should have been or had any right to be.
If they're into cars, if they want something sporty, they should go for it. We believe life is too short to drive boring cars.
A good beginner car for a teen driver has to be something that is docile enough that a ham-fisted first-timer can handle it. It's gotta be front-wheel drive, not a lot of power, safe enough that when you inevitably back it into a ditch at 50 miles an hour, you're gonna walk away.
No matter what car they get, it will be a sporty car because teens drive like maniacs, and if you don't believe me, ask insurance companies.
A good beginner car for somebody who wants something sporty is probably like a I don't know, like a Matchbox car, you know, like one of the small, like one of the ones with flames painted on the side. Like those are very sporty and they're very low cost, and the upkeep is really very simple.
I think an old Mazda Miata isn't the worst car for somebody who wants to be a car enthusiast because they're actually not that fast. So people think that they're faster than they are because they're convertible and they're usually some like weird red or British racing green color.
I can instantly rule out the Miata because when you are a teen, if you want to be a cool teen, you're going to want all your freeloading friends to come with you. That's why they're your friends, so they can get in your car. If they can't get in your car, then you're not a cool teen anymore, are you? Even if it's a Miata. Which no teens will like anyway.
There's also the idea of getting just as a young driver, just getting a piece of shit car that you know you're gonna destroy, or like some Hyundai hatchback from the 90s that like is miserable. And I mean, there's really no sense when you're a young driver and getting something really nice and really brand new.
A good car for someone who wants something that is sporty for their first car is really any car that when you crash it, it won't kill you or your bank account. I can't recommend a specific car because you're gonna destroy it anyways. Why would I be that cruel to, like, let's say a Mazda and be like, oh yeah, you should go destroy Mazdas? Like, that's just encouraging genocide.
the best qualities in a beginner's car is that it should be the most difficult car possible. Because then you can drive anything. So I mean, like this car was big, so I got very good at spatial awareness. It was a stick shift, so I learned how I could drive any automatic then.
The only cars I've ever owned are Subarus. So if I'm giving you a serious answer, you should probably buy a Subaru because, you know, if you, like me, are a bad driver, you probably won't destroy them.
Any Subaru Impreza? Because speaking of teens, when my brother in his wayward youth crashed his, he rolled it and he survived unharmed. So good for him. Subarus, safe cars.
I'm probably gonna go with the Volkswagen GTI. You get that and it's gonna have power, it's gonna look good, it's gonna be fun to drive in, it's probably something you can take to school or wherever else you wanna go in life.
I think a Civic with a stick or something along those lines is a good choice because you've got that low power, you know, they're relatively safe cars, they're cheap, and they can still be fun.
The first car you should buy is a Subaru only because that's what like practical same-sex households that grew up around me all drove.
I think you should buy a kid a Civic with a stick. They're gonna have fun, they're gonna feel fast, and at the end of the day, you probably didn't spend that much money for it, and you might actually get some of your money back out of it.
I would really advocate just buying a piece of shit car because cars don't matter and are kind of stupid. So, you know, maybe buy something else.
Thanks for watching, and just remember that you can have fun with your first car no matter what you get, even if it's your mom's 1999 Plymouth Voyager Espresso. Don't forget to subscribe and reply in the comments below with your own thoughts.